Did you know there are 3 foolproof methods that completely eliminate ants, aphids, and every pest destroying your fruit trees and plants for less than $3 and in under 24 hours? Most people waste $15, $20, even $30 on chemical pesticides that promise results, but leave their trees just as infested a week later. What I'm about to show you is what professional growers and experienced gardeners have been quietly using for decades, and the most expensive ingredient costs less than a cup of coffee. 3 methods, $3. And by this time tomorrow, your fruit trees will be completely pest-free. The first method costs you absolutely nothing because everything you need is already in your home right now. It's called the oil ring trap, and the concept is almost insultingly simple. Ants are extraordinary climbers, but they have one critical weakness. They depend entirely on grip. No grip, no climb. No climb, no infestation. This trap exploits that weakness so effectively that once it's in place, not a single ant makes it through, not one. Here's how to build it. Start with a clean, dry cloth roughly 40 centimeters wide by 30 centimeters high. If your trunk is thicker, go bigger. If it's a smaller plant, scale it down. Fold the cloth over itself several times until it's approximately 5 centimeters wide. That measurement matters, so don't skip it. The plastic barrier you'll place on top needs to extend above the cloth to create a proper seal. Wrap the folded cloth around the trunk about 30 centimeters up from the base and secure it tightly with wire or a cable tie. Use pliers to lock it in place. It should not shift, slide, or move under any circumstances. Now take a plastic bottle, one you'd otherwise throw away, and cut a 10-centimeter strip from its flattest section. Make one vertical cut so it opens flat, then wrap it completely around the cloth and fasten it with another wire or cable tie. Press it flush, no gaps, no loose edges. Here's where the magic happens. Apply a generous layer of reused cooking oil, frying oil, olive oil, whatever you have across the entire inner surface of the plastic. Petroleum jelly or grease works just as well. What you're creating is a surface so slippery that the moment an ant makes contact, it stops, turns around, and never comes back. One final check before you walk away. Make sure no branches, weeds, or shoots are touching the top of the barrier. A single twig is all an ant needs to bypass the entire system. Maintenance takes 60 seconds once a week. Check the surface, reapply oil if it's dried out, and you're done. Wind, dust, and heat are the only things that degrade it, and all 3 are fixed in under a minute. Set it up once. Let it work every night while you sleep. The second method looks completely harmless. It's just a pale, chalky powder you can hold in your hand. But to an ant, an aphid, or any climbing insect, it is absolutely lethal. This is diatomaceous earth, and if you've never heard of it, you're about to understand why professional farmers have quietly relied on it for over 50 years. Here's what makes it extraordinary. Diatomaceous earth isn't a chemical, it isn't a poison, it doesn't work by toxicity, it works by physics. Each grain is made up of the fossilized remains of microscopic aquatic organisms called diatoms, and under a microscope, every single particle looks like a razor-edged fragment of glass. The moment an insect walks through it, those particles attach to its body and begin cutting through the exoskeleton at a microscopic level, creating tiny abrasions the insect cannot feel, cannot stop, and cannot survive. The result is rapid dehydration from the inside out. Most insects don't last more than a few hours after contact. And the cost? Less than $3 for enough powder to protect every tree and plant in your garden. Applying it couldn't be simpler. Take a generous handful and pour it around the base of your tree or pot, forming a continuous ring, a complete, unbroken circle with no gaps. If your tree is planted directly in the ground, spread it across the surrounding soil. The goal is a barrier the insect is physically forced to cross if it wants to reach the trunk. While filming this video, an ant walked directly into the barrier. Watch what happens. The moment it makes contact, it stops. It tries to move forward and can't. Within seconds, it's retreating because for that insect, this harmless-looking powder is one of the most hostile surfaces on Earth. There is one honest limitation worth knowing. When it rains heavily, the powder clumps and temporarily loses its cutting ability. But here's the reassurance. Once it dries out completely, every single property returns. Simply reapply after significant rainfall, and the barrier is back to full strength. No toxins, no residue, no harm to your soil, your plant, or anything that isn't trying to destroy your tree. Farmers discovered this over 50 years ago. Now it's yours for under $3. The first two methods are built for prevention. This one is built for war. If you're watching this, and your tree is already covered, leaves curling inward, stems sticky with aphids, ants swarming every branch, then the time for barriers has passed. What you need now is something that goes directly to the source and wipes it out completely. This is that method. Same ingredient, completely different weapon. Take 1 tablespoon of diatomaceous earth and mix it into 1 liter of water. Stir it thoroughly until the powder is fully suspended and the solution looks uniform. Pour it into a spray bottle and you're ready. That's the entire preparation under 2 minutes, under $3. Now, spray it directly onto every affected area of the tree. Don't rush this part. Work methodically the curled leaves first, because that's where aphids hide and breed. Then the tender shoots, the undersides of leaves, any cluster of insects you can see. Saturate those areas completely. If the infestation is severe, don't hold back. Here's the part most people misunderstand, and it's the reason some give up too early. After spraying, nothing appears to happen. The insects keep moving. The colony looks completely undisturbed. This is normal, and it is not a sign that the method has failed. The water is simply the delivery system. It carries the diatomaceous earth deep into every crack, every fold, every hidden surface where the insects are living. Then the water begins to evaporate, and that's when the powder activates. As it dries, it adheres directly to the insects' bodies and begins the same microscopic process as before, except now there is nowhere to retreat. We tested this on camera. On day 1, the infestation looked untouched. By day 3, 99% of it was gone, not reduced gone. The results don't announce themselves immediately, but they are coming. 3 methods, 1 goal. Less than $3 standing between your fruit trees and a completely pest-free season. Now, I want to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. Tell me where in the world are you watching from, and what pest are you up against right now? Every answer gets read. If this helped you, share it with one person whose plants are struggling. That one share could save their entire harvest. And in the next video, I'll show you something new that will double your yield. See you there.